Homelessness takes many different forms: rough sleeping, hidden homelessness, temporary accommodation and situations we rarely hear about. Here in Woolwich, WSUP provide support for hundreds of people every week with clothing, food, dignity and understanding. Today we meet the people behind the work and some of the guests that rely on it. Just to kick things off, Jazz, WSUP. For people who don't know, what is that and who's it for?
Mark, let me say firstly, thank you for coming down and doing this video for us. It's, we can't thank you enough. So WSUP, what does it stand for? It stands for Woolwich Service Users Project. WSUP for short. And yes, we are a small grassroots charity that helps and supports people who are going through multiple difficulties in their lives, whether they're rough sleepers, people in temporary accommodation, insecure housing, people experiencing mental health, addictions, and other serious life challenges. Poverty as well, people experiencing cost of living crisis. So there's a lot of poverty in various forms, whether it's energy, electrical, food scarcity.
Rob, you're usually the first person somebody meets when they come in. How do you make that first moment feel comfortable and safe?
I think the first moment is treat everyone as you want to be treated. So just welcome them with their name, their first name, last name, and just get them straight in. A lot of them have been sleeping rough. It's just a warm, friendly welcome.
Yes, we are overwhelmed and we are a lifeline for a lot of people. And I'll give you something, just put it in perspective really. Last month we had about 1,500 visitors come through our doors, 1,500. Just over 1,500 visitors.
What?
And out of that's around about 293 people are using our service. So these are repeat people using our service and new people are coming through our doors and we're registering them.
You're actually only open 4 days a week? Is it 3 days?
It's 4 days a week currently. On Wednesday, we have our Women's Only Day, which is a new thing that started in the start of November. So Monday and Tuesday and Saturday are service days for everyone, and then Wednesday is our Women's Only Day.
I think we've got to break the stigma about homelessness, because when people see people on the street are homeless, their first idea is, oh, they must be on alcohol or taking drugs. But actually it's more than that. People just fell on bad luck. Circumstances have dictated to where they ended up being. So there's always a human element story behind where people are at. So I think we need to break that stigma. There is a human element behind the person that's sleeping rough. And it's not about people begging on the street, because this is what we see.
And also with homelessness, there is the element of sleeping rough and being seen sleeping rough. But there's a lot of hidden homelessness as well.
I normally get here for about 9:15 to do like the health and safety, the prep work. And then we start serving hot meals at about 10.
So how many people are you usually catering for?
Normally about 70 to 80 a day. For many of them, it provides a connection, it sustains them, it's a bit of warmth in their belly, especially in December weather. If it's cold at night, it's cold during the day, it might be the only hot thing they get for a couple of days.
What made you first want to start volunteering at WSUP?
I met another volunteer who worked for WSUP, and he was a recovering alcoholic, and he told me about WSUP. And as I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, I was very interested because I wanted to help people who were worse off than myself.
What's something about homelessness that surprised you?
The amount of people that are street homeless, and more so now, the amount of women who are out on the street, it seems to have increased. We've had many more people use our service, and it's very sad.
What for you is the most rewarding part of your role?
People, they say thank you, they're very happy. When they go away from here and they find somewhere to live, what is really rewarding is when they come back and they say to you, thank you very much, I've got somewhere to live, and without you, I wouldn't have made it. It just makes you feel good. We get training to help us deal with people with mental health problems, alcoholism, drug addiction, and it really helps. I've been to a lot of the training schemes and they're very good. We love to get new volunteers because it helps us all. We're all part of, we call ourselves the WSUP family. So,
And it does feel like a family. It's just the loveliest atmosphere here.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's heartbreaking when they come in and they've been on the streets and it's cold. They love to have a nice hot shower, and we have a clothing bank where they can go and get clean clothes. And it's just nice to be able to help people like that.
Well, the clothes are all donations, and we make an appeal through social media. But at the moment, we're actually just focusing on the street homeless people. Where before we used to hand out the clothing to everyone here, because we're going into the winter, we allow them 3 items of clothing, not including underwear, socks, and toiletries. Someone's having a shower, for instance.
They usually come in, don't
They'll
they,
usually
for that?
come in here for a change
Yeah.
of clothing, so we'll give them a t-shirt or socks or underwear.
Yeah.
Because you guys run a laundry service as well, I think, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah, we do. We've got washing machines in the back.
One guy, Caroline, kitted this bloke out. He burst into tears and hugged her.
Yeah.
You can't get any better than that,
no.
really.
No. And how did that make you feel?
I was in the tears too, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm someone that was homeless, giving them a haircut and clothes and shower. It picked him up. One guy that come in and he got his hair down to his middle of his back, and I cut it short back and sides and done it, and he was entirely different. It took 10 years off him.
How did he feel when he looked in the mirror?
He gave me a hug. He said thank you, so that was enough for me.
What sort of conversations happen when people are in the chair?
All sorts. Some of them just open up straight away as soon as they get in my chair. It'd be surprising what haircut. What I've heard, it can change their pathway, just having a haircut. I think of myself as the vicar of WSUP.
You take confession as well, do
Oh
you?
yes. They feel they can live again once they get a bit of dignity and a bit of respect for themselves.
And
they
a
can live
haircut
again.
certainly helps
does.
with that.
I get referrals from the staff and volunteers here, from Kate in particularly, who's the health coordinator here. I use this space to meet clients that I've met out on outreach and use as a safe space to offer people a cup of tea, something to eat, and explore their health and how I can help them achieve their health goals. I do my clinic here every Monday, see some of my regular clients, then also see new clients, whether that be diabetes reviews, diabetes checks, blood sugar checks, sexual health tests, sexual health referrals, mental health support and mental health referrals, assisting with GP registration, wound care, whether it's ongoing chronic conditions like COPD, breathing problems, or whether it's I fell over last week and I've cut my leg and now it might be infected, a full spectrum of primary health care. I've been in the post for almost a year now, and seeing that progression with some of the more longer term clients has been really rewarding.
Dickie, you're a guest here.
Yes.
Thanks very much for talking to us.
I was homeless. I've split up with my wife. I was homeless for nearly 9 months. Someone told me about this place. I come down here. Kate signed me up to a place called Street Link. I was living at Queen Elizabeth Hospital at the time. They got in touch with me at 3 o'clock in the morning, talked to me. I come at 8 o'clock in the morning. Some man turned up, went, "Do you want to view a place?" I said, "Well, yeah." Viewed the place at Plumstead, got the keys that day and moved in. But if it weren't for this place, I wouldn't have that place. It was a saviour, basically. It's just a shame it ain't open every day.
This is a very good centre, WSUP, and the staff are brilliant. We was talking about this a couple of weeks ago. The complex cases now, more complex, not just like a normal person coming in with one need. There's 6 needs, 7 needs. Physical health, mental health, housing, substance, child trauma, problems with their benefits. There's so many issues around that client's personality and their case. And then we're not just dealing with one thing now. Today we're dealing with 4 or 5 things, and it takes time.
So housing is difficult. There aren't enough houses.
No,
Where do you house?
So
people
with our
who are in
clients, we got different processes, but some of our clients we call target clients. We've got 28 of them. So they're the clients who don't engage with many services and had a lot of failures through the services, lost tenancies and bits and pieces, mental health, substance. So we try and house them in Greenwich. If we do place a client in accommodation, we'll place them in TA, that's hotel, shared housing, and sometimes we have to move client out of borough, and if they move out of borough it makes it very difficult for us to deal with these clients because we need to go and meet them and support them. Then their support network leaves us when they go to another borough and it makes it very difficult.
So the government published a national plan to end homelessness last week, and we welcome the plan. It's an ambitious plan. We really welcome the input from people with lived experience who helped to shape that strategy, and we also welcome the fact that strategy is focused on prevention, because places like day centres, those are trusted hubs in the community. People know about WSUP not through the referral pathway or signposting, they know about us through word of mouth. So if someone is facing difficulties, they usually ask their friends, their family, what to do. Going to local authority, to the council, yes, it's on the cards, but quite often people go to places where they go with friends and they seek informal support. And I think as much as we welcome the national plan, it would be great to see more work to be done on creating that infrastructure of trust, supporting charities like Woolwich Service Users Project and day centres across England.
A lot of people will come in not quite knowing what to expect, and also not feeling that not feeling comfortable enough. And a good way, everyone enjoys food and everyone needs food. It's really important. It's a way to make that sort of human connection and make people feel that they're the same as everyone else. I think with homelessness, it can be incredibly dehumanising.
Oh, I can't imagine. I mean, you're not even seen as a human being, I don't think.
Yeah, you get ignored by the
You're
rest of
invisible.
society, yeah, invisible. And, you know, having that food, having that shower, that cup of tea, it can make you feel normal again. And I think that's really important. That's one of the ways to try and connect with people.
You meet them the first time. Sometimes it takes them 4 or 5 weeks to get to the next appointment. Sometimes it can take...
And open up, I guess.
Yeah. But building trust because of the services and the failures in the past. Once they've built that trust, sometimes we can house them in 24, 48 hours, depends on their connection and what their needs are. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer. We have SWEP at Christmas, we have Christmas Crisis, where we can get them in hotel and then they can stay in there for 2 to 4 weeks. When then they start the next process, we can get them in house from there. But it depends on their connection.
How important are volunteers to the work that you do here?
Well, they're the lifeline of this, so they basically make everything run. Before we were completely volunteer-led, including myself and Jazz.
You were volunteers here originally?
Yes, we originally started volunteers. Jazz was first employed, then it was me. So it makes the whole place run. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do it. But also what they can give to the guests, if they've had experiences themselves, they listen to the guests, they have time for the guests.
Pouring the rain, freezing cold, hungry, and no one to talk to. The worst bit about it is loneliness. It's just so lonely. You know, people look at you in a different aspect. They really do. They walk past to put their nose up, and it's you know what I mean? You feel like an outcast. Yeah, you're an outcast.
We do have holistic activities in the afternoons, Tuesday afternoons, which comprises of yoga, breathwork, sonic meditation. So we see WSUP as a holistic approach for people's mental well-being, whether it's supporting them with food and the basics, and then it's the holistic side of things as well, which is equally valuable for people's well-being.
Jazz used his initiative. His idea was, why don't we start a WSUP choir? He's now put on a Christmas concert and they'll be performing. And it's lovely to see our guests light up when they talk about it. And it's such a sense of achievement for the guests, being up on stage and show all that progress that they've made. I think it's made a real impact on people.
You know, all these performers are doing it for free. They're not charging us. So that's another way the wider community gets involved.
We need more money pumped in the mental health services. There's a lot of failures when our clients, we take them to hospital. It takes a long time. A lot of our clients run away from that thing. Benefits is another one where they get sanctioned because they haven't got mobile phones. That makes it very difficult. And the substance team as well. VO Drug Service is a very good drug service. I worked there for 2 years. Outreach, a very good service. But everything's cut. All the funding's been cut. I was homeless. I did 9 months. Please give us money. Please open up more places. Stop shutting down. There's too many numbers. And like I said, there's complex. And complex is not just about one thing. It's about 5 or 6 different things.
The invisible homelessness is people are sofa surfing. They're not picked up by the street outreach team. So to be registered as someone's rough sleeper, you have to be registered with Thames Reach, Street Link, where it will give you a chain number. But there are a lot of people that will actually hide and not be picked up. So for the outreach team, it could be very difficult to identify who is street homeless or rough sleeping, asking a mate or a family member, can I sleep on your sofa for the night? And you don't even know how long they put you up for. And then not all of them are unemployed, some of them are working. So we got a few people that come through our doors, they are in work, are homeless, or they're sofa surfing or sleeping on the streets. Now we've had a few people that left the armed forces and they haven't got nowhere to stay, or they're in temporary accommodation and they've experienced some sort of trauma because of what they served in the armed forces. Prison, same thing. People are being released from prisons without any accommodation put in place.
What happens to people when they are put into these situations? There's no network to look after them?
Unfortunately, the network is really under-resourced in terms of accommodation and housing and the temporary accommodation. So it's really tough out there. But what we do is trying to link people up the best way we can with the other services.
Transactional homelessness. This is a huge one, I suppose, isn't it? People assume it's rare, it's not, it is just hidden, and people are literally terrified to talk about it.
No, they are, and there's a stigma attached to it. There's quite a lot of the time where people are scared to talk about it.
What is it?
The stigma, it can often be to do with things like sex working. There's a huge stigma surrounding that. People, unpaid work, staying in controlling relationships. It creates a massive power imbalance.
Purely to have somewhere to sleep?
Yeah, just to have somewhere to sleep, and it puts the person who's hosting you in the ultimate control, and I think that's where it can be so dangerous.
How can local businesses or people help in a meaningful way?
The main thing...
Regular donations.
Regular donations,
the main thing
absolutely.
is
regular donations, maybe big companies or smaller companies can, if they can't make a regular donation, maybe they can just doing some events for us and raising money that way and doing fundraising events for us.
Food donations.
Toiletry, supplies,
Clothing.
That's always going, cleaning products. We
laundry
go through
supplies.
Laundry supplies. It's a price of a croissant and coffee, £10 a month. Just drop that in, just forget that. We had 1,000 people put £10 a month in. You can do the calculations how much that will be.
And how would they go about doing that? They
go on our
just
website.
look on your website,
go on our
which
website.
is
WSUP.Woolwich.org.
Okay,
go donate.
Yeah. I've had my own experiences of rough sleeping, ex-military, 9 years, Afghanistan twice, 2 tours, and also 2.5 years in Ireland, PTSD, and that's why I've got into this job. Been working in this field now for about 10 years. I did rough sleeping for about 9 months. I used to inject my alcohol. I'm 15 years clean. My addiction was mental. But to help someone and get them in that kind of place, I don't do it for money, I do it for my gratitude.
If it wasn't for places like this, how would your life have looked, do you think?
Probably dead.
A day ain't too bad. It's when 7 o'clock comes and now you think, where am I going to live? Where am I going to stay tonight? Underneath the Blue Bridge, underneath the flyover on Thamesmead. That's when it really hits you. And like, every little noise you're awake. And the other thing is, you don't really sleep. You walk about all night. In the day, you have a little sleep in the libraries, wherever you can get a cup of tea from. If you've got no fixed abode, you can't sign on. If you've got no fixed abode, you can't get a job. It's hard work. If you've got no one to help you, you're in trouble. And if it weren't for this place, don't think I'd be here now.
Corporate partnerships as well. I think
Yes,
you have
we've
those
got
too.
some corporate partnerships. We've got Jew Teas and Coffees, where they're charity of the year, so they supply us with teas and coffees throughout the year.
Lovely organisation.
Amazing.
On your doorstep.
Amazing,
What a
mate,
great
if
guy
you're watching
Marco
this.
is.
Gary Diamond Digital, the local print on the Royal, so he provides us with all their free printing, and he said it for life. He would provide that for, and that's amazing. Tesco's Extra Woolwich across the road, they've been supporting us.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, they're supporting us.
They provide space for you.
Pretz, Gales, Greg's as well.
Greg's very popular. But Panis in Blackheath supply you with curries.
Panis.
Every day, is it?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday,
Every
provides
Tuesday.
hot meals with a curry.
What an incredible
And he's
thing.
been doing that for the past 5 years during COVID.
It's a great restaurant.
Great restaurant.
The life expectancy of somebody experiencing homelessness is 45 for men and 43 for women.
So what you see at WSUP is the reality that homelessness is rarely a one single issue. It's often a combination of housing, health, trauma, poverty, isolation, which is happening all at once. There's a national ambition to end homelessness, and that's really important, but even with the right policies, people still fall through the gaps. Day services like WSUP are what keep people safe, keep people connected and supported, while longer term solutions are put in place. And looking ahead, changes in housing, the wider economy are likely to increase pressure on people already on the edge. That makes prevention, partnership working and properly funded services more important than ever. What gives me hope, and I hold optimism for change, that right support at the right time will help people to move forward.
Thanks very much,
Not a
Dickie.
problem. Thank you for talking to you. All right.
What a pleasure.